YouTube, what up? Welcome to the second episode of the beat breakdown, where I will show you guys how to create a nice beat. In this particular episode, I will show you guys a nice trap beat made by the Ambu gang. Song is called FOK Doin. I'm sorry for swearing, but that's officially the track name, by JIRI11, JIRI11 and FOK. If you have seen the first video, you will notice this beat is a lot easier to make. I will send you to the screen right now. So yeah, basically I made a couple of patterns, and if we are going to look at the first pattern, I used citrus, I used spring, did some editing on the reverb, removed the delay and stuff like that, a little cutoff, and this is what the melody is looking like. So if you have seen the first video, it was a little bit complicated, it was a lot going on, and to this beat, to me it was more like minimalistic, but it's not like that it's a bad thing, you know? Sometimes less is more, keep that in mind. So yeah, I don't know if you want to have some info on how to, use this spring. I'm not sure where I found this one. Spring. I think it's a pluck. Yeah, there it is. Did some editing on this particular sound, so it sounds a little bit shorter than it is when you load it for the first time. But when you see here, so that I will put it to all because there's a crash. I only used like seven parts, seven different parts, you know. That's really basic and clean for a trap beat. And in pattern 1 I just show you, I always start with the melody. I love the melody, and that's why I decided to create like this track. Up next we have our classic FL kick, which can be found there. We drop the click and drop the decay and played a little with the minimal frequency, so you can get this super it's so deep you don't even need an extra bass drum or something like that. That is the bass and the kick in one. I'm sorry for pronouncing it as a kick. Moving on to pattern 3, we have this clap. And fun fact is, I went through all my samples, which are like not that many samples. In fact, I have 2 sample packs which are deep house and dubstep, and that's why what is the basic for like many of my productions. But fun fact is, this is just the standard clap Fruity Loops is giving you when you open a new project. Yeah, put it to every second bar. And you will have something like this, you know. Really minimalistic clap. I don't need to say anything more about the clap, do I? Don't think so. And now the most fun part is the hi-hats, which make the rhythm, which makes the track feel like super trap. Real trap shit, you know. Super basic, but altogether it sounds super great. I have some variations to that. And another one. And another one. and another one. And I believe that's all for the cymbals for the hi-hats. The most fun part was to create this sound, which can be found under guitar, electric, tweaked a little inside the VST Citrus, the FreeVST Citrus, and got something like this. Easy as that. I also have a short one, which is needed in this track. Oh, I'm sorry. And we have pattern A11, I'm sorry, which are just 2 percussion sounds. Crazy. And we have this crash. Crazy. I'll cut itself. I usually do this to every... what it does, it makes the sound stop after you hit another one, you know. Sometimes when you have several hi-hats next to each other, the first hi-hat's not finished yet when the second hi-hat is already been played. So what this does, it will cut itself. It will cut itself when it hits another one. If you can understand. If not, please hit down in the comments. I'm sorry for my English. It's really bad today. I'm not sure why. I'm just not feeling it today. Yeah, and all combined together. You see, the patterns are not like the trick to this part. It's not like super crazy. The crazy part was in my playlist, where especially the part where FOK is going to be rapping. There's a lot of cutting, a lot of free space. And this was like the most experimental part of the track. I will get to that later. But first, yeah. So here we have this melody, the crashes, the kicks, the claps, the percussion, the hi-hats, and the electric. and that is the entire track. So like I said, it's not like that big of a deal. The only thing I had difficulties with is this cutting section, you know. And let me show you guys how I do that. So here's pattern 1. There are several ways to do it. You can click and make unique, so it creates pattern 2, and you can just remove these 2 tones from the piano roll, and you have this. But yeah, as a result of that, you get like 10 different melody lines, which are basically the same, but yeah, how do you say it? They are basically the same, but they just miss some keys, you know, and that's why I decided just to use this slice tool. So yeah, basically let's just copy this one, and if I want to have the same result, hold shift for the straight line, let go and right click to remove it, and now we have this same melody, but it's still on pattern 1. So if you want to edit something, it's way easier to just slice it off, because if you extend this one, it will be back, you know. That's the trick. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which track I should break down next, and I think that will wrap it up for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!